Dear grade 12 students, welcome to a new English class. It will be devoted to revising all the past tenses. So I would like you to get your workbook and open it on page 33 and let's get started. Today's lesson has one learning objective. So by the end of this video, you'll be able to write given verbs in the past simple, past progressive, past perfect simple, and past perfect progressive with a high degree of accuracy in terms of form and use. So we will begin with a starter activity. You have 4 sentences. Each sentence contains a verb colored in red. Then on your right hand you have 5 tenses. So please pause this video here and match the sentences with the tenses. Well done. Let's do the matching. The verb of the first sentence is in the past progressive. Then the verb of the second sentence is in the past perfect simple. Very good. The verb of the third sentence, yes, it's in the past simple. And finally, the verb of the fourth sentence is in the past perfect progressive. We will start by the first part of today's lesson, and it will focus on recalling the forms and uses of the past simple, the past progressive, the past perfect simple, and the past perfect progressive. So we start with the different forms of the past simple tense. To use a verb in the affirmative form, we add ed to the verb, like traveled, or change the verb into its past form, like went, which is the past form of go. Remember here that you have a list of irregular past and past participle forms in your student's book, page 98. Then the negative form is made by adding the auxiliary verb didn't to the base form of the verb. For example, we say didn't travel and didn't buy. Finally, the interrogative form, or the question form if you want. It is made by putting the auxiliary verb did before the subject and the base form of the verb, like did you travel? Did you buy? Now we will review together the uses of the past simple. So please pause this video here and read through the sentences and the uses and find out why the past simple tense is used in each sentence. Well done. Now, sentence number 1. Why is the past simple used here? Exactly, to describe permanent situations in the past. Can you tell me what permanent means? Very good, it means lasting for a long time. Then sentence 2. For this sentence, the past simple is used to, very good, describe a completed action in a specific time in the past. The following sentence, the past simple here is used to show, very good, that completed actions happened one after the other in the past. Then sentence 4. The past simple here indicates what? Excellent. That an action in the past interrupted or stopped a longer action which was going on. And the last sentence, of course, the past simple in this sentence describes past habits or repeated actions in the past. Now we deal with the forms of the past progressive. So we start with the affirmative form. We make it by using was for the pronouns I, he, she, and it, and were for the pronouns we, you, and they. And we add ing to the verb, like he wasn't traveling, they weren't traveling. As for the negative form, it is formed by using wasn't and weren't and adding ing to the base form of the verb. For example, he wasn't traveling, they weren't traveling. Then the interrogative form, which is formed by using was or were, followed by the subject and then the verb ing. For example, was he traveling? Were they traveling? Now the uses of the past progressive. Please pause this video here and match the sentences that contain the past progressive with the uses. Well done. Let's find out. Sentence number 1. Can you tell me the reason for using the past progressive? Very good. To describe an action that was in progress at a certain point of time in the past. Then the second sentence. Why do you think the past progressive is used here? Exactly. To indicate that two actions were happening at the same time in the past. Next, sentence 3. For this sentence, the past progressive shows what? Very good. That past actions or past states were temporary. Can you remind me of the meaning of temporary? Of course, it means lasting for a short period of time. Then sentence 4. The past progressive in the sentence is used to what? Excellent. To set the scene in a story. Finally, sentence 5. And of course here the past progressive is used to describe an action in progress in the past that was interrupted by another action. And now the past perfect simple. So the affirmative form is made by using had and the past participle of the verb, like had watched and had given. The past participle can be made by adding ed to the base form of the verb when the verb is regular, but for given, it is the past participle of the verb give. And you can find a list of irregular past participles in your student's book, page 98. As for the negative form, it is made by using hadn't and the past participle of the verb. For example, hadn't watched and hadn't given. Finally, the interrogative form is made by using had plus the subject plus the past participle of the verb, like had he traveled, had they given. Now, please pause this video here and match the sentences with the uses. Well done. Let's see the answers. Sentence number 1. Can you tell me why the past perfect simple is used in this sentence? Excellent. It is used to describe an action that was completed before a specific time in the past. And of course, for the second sentence, the past perfect simple is used to describe an action that was completed before another action in the past. Finally, the forms of the past perfect progressive. We start with the affirmative form. It is formed by using had been plus verb plus ing. For example, had been watching. As for the negative form, it is made by using hadn't been plus verb plus ing. For example, hadn't been watching. Finally, the interrogative form, which is made by using had plus the subject plus the verb plus the ing. For example, had he been watching? Now, please pause this video here and match the sentences with the uses. Excellent. Now let's correct. For sentence number 1, why do you think the past perfect progressive is used? Exactly. It is used to emphasize the duration of an action that took place before another action in the past. And of course, for the second sentence, the past perfect continuous is used to refer to an action whose duration caused visible results at a later point of time in the past. Now we will do activity A in your student's book, page 33. For presentational reasons, the activity was divided into 2 slides. But for you, you will do the whole activity. Please pause this video here and write the verbs in brackets in the past simple, the past progressive, the past perfect, or the past perfect progressive. Well done. Let's correct. For space number 1, what should you write? Excellent. Had never considered. And why is that? Very good. To describe an action that was completed before a specific time in the past. Also, you can write never considered. Can you tell me why? To refer to a completed action in a specific time in the past. Now, can you tell me what time expression is used in this sentence? Excellent. Last Saturday. Then space number 2. The correct answer is good. Was watering. Can you tell me the reason? Because the action was in progress in the past and was interrupted by another action. Very good. After that, space 3. We should write very good. Heard. Can you say why? Excellent. To describe an action in the past that interrupted a longer action in progress. Then, for spaces 4, 5, and 6, we will use the same tense. Do you know which one? Excellent. The past simple. So the answers are wasn't, looked, and saw. Can you tell me why? Excellent. To describe completed actions in the past. We move to space 7. What have you written? Excellent. Wasn't moving. And we use the past progressive here because Excellent. The action was in progress at a certain time in the past. Then space 8. The correct answer is excellent. Hadn't noticed. And the past perfect simple is used here because, very good, the action happened before another action in the past. As for space 9, the best answer is very good, was approaching. And we choose the past progressive here. Excellent, because the action was in progress at a certain time in the past. The next space is space 10, and here you can have two correct answers. If we refer to an action which was completed in the past, so we should write very good, stopped. And we can write also had stopped, referring to an action that was completed before another action in the past. Then space 11, we should write very good, was doing. Do you know why? Exactly, because the action was in progress at a certain time in the past. For space 12, we should use the past simple tense. So the correct answer is excellent, ran. And the reason is excellent. The completed actions happened one after the other in the past. Also, we can write excellent was running, referring to an action which was in progress at a certain time in the past. Very good. We remain with the same activity. Now space 13. What is the best answer here? Excellent, reached. And why is that? Very good, because the action is completed in a specific time in the past. Then space 14. What should we write? Very good, had come. Why? Excellent, because the action was completed before a specific time in the past. After that, for spaces 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, we should use which tense? Exactly, the past simple. So the correct answers are knocked, didn't seem, opened, grabbed, pulled, and crashed. Can you tell me why? Very good, because these actions were completed in a specific time in the past. However, for space 19, we can write had pulled, referring to an action which was completed before another action in the past. We move to space 21. We should write very good, had been driving. Why? Excellent, because the emphasis is put on the duration of an action which took place before another action in the past. For space 22, you can have two possible answers. What are they? Excellent. You can write was, referring to completed actions which happened one after the other in the past. Also, you can write had been as a correct answer. Then space 23, also you can have two possible answers. You can write had put. Do you know why? Excellent, because the action was completed before another action in the past. The other possible answer is very good, was putting, and referring here to a very good, a temporary past action. Then spaces 24, 25 and 26, we should use which tense? Excellent, the past simple. So the answers are were, thanked, and didn't even think. Can you tell me why? Very good. The actions were completed in a specific time in the past. However, for space 26, we can write hadn't even thought, because the past perfect simple here indicates that the action was completed before another action in the past. Now you know when you use the past simple, the past progressive, the past perfect simple, and the past perfect progressive. This is the end of this video. Thank you very much for being attentive, and remember that this video will be available on Microsoft Teams. Goodbye.